Hey everybody. So I think that what resonated with me the most during this discussion and this topic was not only did the rationalist thinkers and philosophers influence psychologists and scholars hundreds of years after their time, but they also seemed to influence each other. Even though they had different ideas, like it said, Spinoza and Leibniz corresponded, even though they had different things that they advocated for. Like Leibniz was more of a proponent of like unity, like they still talked, and even though Descartes and Spinoza like had different ideas of like dualism and monism, I think that just having like the same ideas about rationalism and like just being able to kind of have that opposing idea to play off of probably really allowed for a lot of intellectual growth in that area. And it also really surprised me like how much psychological contributions these thinkers made, because psychology wasn't even like a field back then. These people didn't have training in psychology, but they made so many specific contributions. Like Kant, for example, made contributions specifically to social psychology with his theory of moral development and like heteronomy and autonomy. And Leibniz thought about gradual changes and stages of consciousness and growth and development and all of those things. Spinoza advocated for like emotional changes, going from love to hate, and um, like repression, overcompensation, which Freud talked about like 100, 200 years later. Just like all these things that wouldn't come up again for another couple hundred years, but they were having those ideas back then, and it was their rationalist thoughts and like models of thinking that led them to have those. I just thought that was really interesting.